Hello, everybody. Want to welcome you to the African Beat.
And Caribbean Heat Podcast.
It's your boy, Obadala, aka Dalama.
And I am Queen Tia. Welcome back to our episode.
Yes,
How you doing today?
good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I really wish that winter would just pack its bags and go
Man,
away.
it's like it doesn't want to go
It
away.
does not. Like it's got like a death grip on us. It won't let us go.
Look like it's gonna rain, snow, and everything.
Hopefully not. Hopefully none of those things happen. Yes, but this part of the world, we have what's called daylight savings. So this
Yes.
weekend, we're going to lose 1 whole hour.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That means 1 hour of lost enough sleeping.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all that simply means is that, we're heading into the time of the year where it's lighter, longer.
Yeah, that's my favorite time of the year. Though.
Me too.
I just hate the sleep.
Yeah. So getting used to that 1 hour of time change is going to be tough this weekend, but
yeah, and the first people that like do overtime, like overnight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, unless it's the hours that you make. Like, damn, but
it's going to be tough for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time difference is amazing.
Yeah. How was your day today?
It was good. It went fast. I had a little rain in the morning.
Yeah.
So I was running to work because I didn't want to get too wet.
Yeah.
And it was cold.
Sure.
So yeah, well, apart from the weather, the day is nice. Time was fast. And can't wait for the time to change. Because I like when it gets darker, like late at night. You have a lot to do in the day.
Yeah.
What about you? How was your day?
My day was good. It was filled with I volunteered today with a couple of friends and ran some errands and stuff like that too. So I like to, give back to my community whenever I can. So I try to do that a couple times a month. So I did that today. March is considered International Women's History Month.
Yes.
So it follows Black History Month, which is February, and it is a month set aside to um, acknowledge the contribution of women to our society. And March 8th is International Women's Day. So a great opportunity for us to acknowledge those trailblazers, those women who um, are in a class all by themselves, those women who um, push societal norms. They are change makers. They are everyday women, women that go to work, women that are married, raise children, just the power and the strength of women. So I wanted to take the opportunity to wish all of our viewers who are women happy International Women's Day and happy Women's History Month.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and it's funny now that we're going to transition into what you want to talk about this episode. So, like I said, we use this platform to talk about a variety of topics from everything from relationship to career to just society in general. And my co host here had this great idea to talk about gold diggers and scammers
in relationship.
in relationship. So it's going to be really interesting to see where this conversation goes. So kind of tell me like what inspired that thought for you to want to talk about that.
Like I've seen some people because people think gold digging is when a woman likes a guy because of money.
Okay.
And she says it, I like his car, I want to date you.
Yeah.
And she's after the guy, right?
Okay.
And or the guy likes a girl because of money,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like telling her like I want to be with you so I can enjoy that money with you.
Yeah.
So that's people consider that as gold digging, right?
Okay.
But gold digging has more deep aspect of it.
Okay.
Where I've seen people do stuff and they don't realize that's gold digging, and they think it's a good thing, and it's not good. I had a celebrity that was chatting with a guy online, and the guy lives in America, right?
Okay.
And she lives in Africa, right? So the chatting was good, on the internet.
Okay.
And she liked him because he was an American citizen, right?
Okay.
So she was looking at him as a breakthrough to come to America.
Okay.
get her papers, have kids here, and the kids can be American citizens and have a better life, right?
Yeah.
That's what she was looking at him for.
Okay.
So she wasn't looking at all the bad signs. She was more interested in what she can gain,
What
right?
she can gain, yeah.
And then he was interested in her because she had a huge followers on social media, so she was making money and monetizing, right? So he had more interest in her money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they started it where he will help her monetize the social media account in America and send her the money to a point that she allowed him to stack up the money for her.
Oh, okay.
So that when he visit Africa, he can use that money and buy her like iPhone and stuff, and bring it to Africa, right?
Okay.
So to short the story short, by the time she realized it, he was scamming her for her money.
Oh.
And he was married and had kids.
Oh my gosh.
And he said he was 38 while he was 50 something. You know what I mean? So he was a black guy, African American. And he had a kid and he lived and he's still with his wife. You know, I mean, she didn't know that.
Dang.
You know, and then he came to Africa and he didn't want to go back.
Oh.
He wanted to live in Africa. He liked it, and he's like, you know what? I don't want to live in America.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she's like, what? I want to use you to get to America.
Right? Yeah.
You want to live it?
That's funny.
That's where she's like, I'm done. So they got married though in Nigeria.
Oh, Africa. They did.
Yeah, they got married in Africa. And she divorced him.
Oh, jeez.
And she was expressing it like in the social media for people to pity her that she was scammed of her money, right?
Oh my goodness.
She was scammed of thousands of dollars, right? So people are pitying her like, poor girl, you know, you married this guy, you think, you know, everything was nice. Yeah. The guy was scamming you, the guy was taking your money, the guy was lying to you, he was married with kids, still married, he was 50 something years old, while he lied that he's 30 something years old, you know, and that he was in the army, but he was never in the army, he was in a brigade, like Boy Scout. So there was a lot he lied to her about. So she was heartbroken.
Sure.
And then I realized that the reason that she accepted to go in was for her to come to America, get her papers, have American kids here, and live a better life, right?
Yeah.
So isn't that scam also? So two people scammed each other.
They did.
It's just one won the scam, meaning the guy won. She didn't go to America. She didn't have no kids, but he enjoyed her money. You know what I mean?
That's tough.
And he enjoyed the experience. So that's when I realized that scamming or gold digger is not only financiality. So that's why I was like, let me talk about that.
Wow. So that is that's an interesting story. It's like a double scam, right? Yeah. She was trying to create a situation where she could be, I guess, better positioned, right?
Yeah.
And saw him as a way to access that. Yeah. And then him in turn was like, okay, well, yeah, I can help you monetize your social media presence and then utilize the money that she was obtaining from that to benefit him. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but it's not unheard of. It's not uncommon.
Yeah. But what made me like feel somehow is the girl wanted pity from people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she wants people to say the guy is bad.
Sure.
You know, like pity her as a victim, but she's not really the victim.
Yeah.
They played each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't, in a normal sense, I don't pity none of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, neither of them are right.
I don't pity her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's why I was like, so many women fall into this, and they want men or people to pity them, right?
Okay.
But when you look into the deep story of it, you find out that everybody had an intention. And once you have an intention of getting into a relationship, it's not a relationship; it's a scam.
Yeah.
It's gold digging.
Yeah. So as you were talking, I was looking on my phone to try to find like a definition for the word scammer, for the word gold digger. So I was able to find a couple definitions for gold digger, And legit, there was one that says a person that digs for gold. that was one of the definitions. But this one that I found, it says a person.
Yeah.
So it does not distinguish between male or female. It just says a person who forms a relationship with another purely to extract money from them.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what a gold digger is. And then um, a scammer is a person, again, not, not gender specific, but a person who commits fraud or participates in a dishonest scheme. So, same thing. So, like, she was trying to enter a relationship under the pretense of like she loves him, she wants to have a life with him, she wants to be married, but really she wants to be able to come to the U.S. and be able to get a green card and go through the process, and also to have children who are U.S. citizens, etc.
Yes.
And then he in turn was scheming her for financial gain. Yes. So yeah. You know what? That's kind of like in the fabric of this society. No matter where you live, there's always going to be people who are going to try to do things that's going to put them in a better position. And sometimes it may not start out that way. I think, but I think it's up to us to really be very vigilant in who we're dealing with when it comes to people's intentions, because you just never know, especially now in this society, because people just say and do anything to get whatever they want. And, no matter how sincere and how genuine they may seem, unfortunately, there may be some ulterior motive behind that. And I don't want to be of the mindset to always think with people that there's ulterior motive, that there's something that they're trying to do or get over on me for. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because I want them to give me the benefit of the doubt. But like, how do you even like navigate that? Like, how do you even go about figuring out, if someone's really being genuine in their interest, or are they trying to see if they can get something from you?
I would say like the only way it happens if two of you are on the same level.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Meaning like if you're in America, right? You date a person and you making like 50 grand a year, right?
Okay.
You dating someone that's making the same money as you.
Okay.
You're dating someone that has the same status as you. But like in life, most women don't marry a man that's lower than them.
Okay.
Or I say almost the same as them. You know what I mean? Women marry like higher. Men normally marry like lower. So it comes into that fact, right? But it depends on the interest, right?
Okay.
Because you can like somebody because he's a provider, right? He's gonna like take care of you, make sure you're good, right?
Okay.
But that shouldn't be the first thing in your mind. It should be like, okay, let me get to know this guy.
Okay.
You like this guy every to work, and then you find out, is he responsible? Is he able to perform his role good? And then he finds out, is she able to perform a role good? You know what I mean? And then they come together and they make it work.
Yeah.
And that's like true desire relationship,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But one that you want this from this person. And if not for that, you wouldn't be with that person. That's a scam. That's like gold digging.
Okay.
So the only way you can find out is testing the person. And that's why I say relationship, when people are dating, they should always test each other.
Okay.
To know the true intent of the person. And because of that test, you will know that if the person likes you for who you are or for what you can give them.
Okay.
And most guys or most girls do test depending on what you want. Okay. Everybody has what they want in a person, and they test you on that.
Yeah.
So that's the way you can find out who truly He's there for you. You know, sometimes like there was a guy when I was like 15 years ago when I was in back home.
Okay.
The guy was rich, right? He had money, like his dad had money, right? So he wanted to marry a girl that loves him for who he is.
Okay.
Not for what he has, right?
Sure.
So this guy went and disguised himself as a poor person, living in like in a ghetto.
Okay.
Like the ghetto.
Yeah.
Living there, like managing life. So he was talking to so many girls. Every girl was running off him because he didn't have the good clothes.
Sure.
He didn't smell good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he didn't live in a nice area. So most girls was running away like, nah, I'm good. One girl from the neighborhood liked him.
Okay.
And they started dating. He told, I don't have money, I'm poor, I'm struggling, you know, but I believe one day I'll make it, and I live in a ghetto. She's like, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, as far as we're happy, that's all that matters. And this girl live with her parents, right? Sometimes she would take her parents like food and cook for him and take it to him. So after a while, then he realized that this girl really likes him, and then he came out and told I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they got married, and it was like a fairy tale movie, but it happened in real life.
Yeah.
Some people do that. That's the extra mile. Because they said like to find love when you have money is hard.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who loves you
for you
or who loves you for your money. Because they all come in the same format.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny you said that because I feel like I've seen a movie like that before where, the guy is well to do and he's looking for love, and like you explained, how it's hard when you're a person of status and you have money to know that the people around you are truly genuine and that they're not trying to just be around you because they can get something, but because they really value you as a person, they see who you are. So yeah, I remember seeing a movie kind of like around the same lens as well, that he pretends to be, a normal person, just kind of living day to day, humble, not wearing the best clothing, like working some crappy job or whatever, and connects with a girl, and she just is just an awesome individual, and just doing all the things that shows him that she cares for him, and then he reveals to her like, well, actually, I'm heir to my father's fortune, or I own these companies and I'm worth this much money. And I think like for the woman, initially there was shock, for her, like, wait, you kept this from me the whole time. And I think she kind of, in the movie that I saw, she felt a little bit betrayed because she felt like you said, everyone should test the people in your life to really see what they're here for. But she felt like, why would you test me? Like, why would you think that I would, you know, be that kind of person? Like, why didn't you just tell me? And then he went and explained to her, like, this has been my experience. So I'm looking for true love. I'm looking for someone that just wants to get to know me for me. And like, you've shown me that.
Yeah.
So I think, I believe at the end they ended up, getting together and being married or whatever. But so that whole thing is not unheard of. So you also mentioned too about when it comes to like men and women, either like dating or getting married. So I, what you're referring to is, I think I'm gonna butcher the term, but it's like hypergamy, I think is what it's called, where like typically women tend to date above themselves, meaning like they would want to be married to or dating a man who is financially well to do, that makes more than they do. And on the inverse of that, you have men who date women or want to marry women who are not high earners like them. And women that are I don't want to say as educated. I don't mean that they're not educated, but as far as like degrees and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so I don't really care for any of that stuff. But that's ingrained in our society, no matter if it's in the United States, UK, Canada, Africa, Asia, whatever. Like, women have been taught that your spouse needs to take care of you, and he needs to be earning a good living to be able to do that. So I don't believe that there's anything wrong from that standpoint.
Yeah.
But when it kind of gets into the realm of them just only wanting that person because what they can provide, then that's going to be a problem because, Lord forbid something happens to that guy and he's no longer able to work and make that earn that money. Then, what happens? Is she going to stay around? Is she going to leave him? And that's really kind of the test that comes. So you want to hope that whoever you're connected to in hard times, that they're not so quick to retreat and run away because, the money ain't flowing like it was flowing before. You know what I'm saying? So, so let's talk about. Okay, so I want to kind of take a different spin when I look at scammers, right? So right now, there's a lot of conversation around women and their aesthetic. So we've had a conversation before in a podcast episode last year where we talked about women that go and get all these enhancements, right? Yes. So they go and they get, plastic surgery done to make all these enhancements to their body. And, I have an opinion about that. But do you kind of look at, people? Because men do some enhancements as well, but it's more so women. But do you kind of view people that decide to go the extreme route of getting enhancements done to their body? Do you consider that to be scamming? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, tell me why.
I consider that if you didn't tell the man.
If
you okay. If let's say you went to Brazil, right? Or Cuba or any country, right?
Okay.
And you did you had a flat, small like backside, and then you went there and they expanded it and it's nice, right? And then you had a little boob, right?
Okay.
And then you expand it, it's big, right?
Okay.
Sometimes they do a good job that you don't know that this is not real, right?
Sure.
And it would be unpolite for a guy to see again, like, is that real? Is that real? That wouldn't be nice. So I believe if you're dating a guy and you guys like each other, right?
Yeah.
And you guys want to be serious, you should tell the guy that, listen, man, what you see right now is not real.
Okay.
It was small, but I went and enhanced it.
Okay.
So meaning it's not real. The guy deserves to know.
Okay.
Why I say that? Because if he doesn't know, right, and let's say you guys marry and then maybe, God forbid, the money is not flowing in because you got to maintain it.
Sure.
It's not permanent. So the money, you don't have money to maintain it, and then it flaps out. Okay. You know what I mean? In a weird way.
Oh God.
And the guy's like, what's going on? It's like, I don't have money to maintain it. I'm trying to save money to take it away, and I have 2-3 kids with you. Okay. And the finance is hard because we gotta take care of the kid.
Yeah.
And it's not real. And the guy's like, he never told me this wasn't real. She's like, I'm done with this relationship. Because I like big.
And it's not real.
And it's not real and it's not big. Because when it goes down, like sometimes the stuff shrinks. Okay. Or it flaps. Okay. And the guy is like, nah, I don't want this. And he leaves you, and you can't blame him for that. Wow. Because you deceived him. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. You deceived him to being with you, and he wanted to be with you because of what he sees. So that's scam. The same way it's like a guy going to get surgery done on his stuff downstairs, right? Okay. His what do you call it? Candy cane.
Oh my God, it's candy cane.
Yeah, candy cane. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So he does surgery there, right? And then after you guys and you like the size, you like the feeling. That's what made you be with him, right? Oh my God. Because he takes you to the moon and brings you back to the earth, right? So then you guys get married, right? And after 4 years, you have kids. But when you have kids, the financiality goes down. Because now you have more people to take care of, right? Sure. So now he can afford to maintain it. And then the stuff shrinks, goes down to a little, from a candy cane to a peanut.
Lord have mercy.
You know what I mean? And now he's not satisfying you in the room, right? And now you're upset. Now you are happy, and now you're upset that he never told you that it was surgery. And then now you leave him. Ooh, because some people, that stuff is very important to them. Okay. It's more important. the importance is what keeps them with you.
Sure.
And then they leave you because of that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And you can't be mad because you never told her that I don't have a real like candy cane. What I have is a peanut, but I converted it to a candy cane.
Oh my God.
So you know what I mean? So that's a scam.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for me, if a woman does that, I would like her to tell me.
Okay.
Because it's like dating a man that was a transgender.
Oh.
And she didn't tell you that she's not a she. And then you let her find out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You know, so I feel like if people want to be honest with each other, if your stuff is not real, tell a guy that. That's why you see ladies when they put their wigs on, when they go into the room with the guy, what they do, they take it off, right?
Yeah.
So the guy is looking at it right there, like you see how I look now inside the house. You're like, you know what? Let's go, let's do this. You know what I mean? So they let you know how they look like for you to decide if you want to marry them 100%.
Okay.
Because they know they can keep their wig on the whole night. they keep it for some dates.
Okay.
But once you guys go into the room to do the outdoor stuff,
the outdoors,
the wig is going off. Jeez. You know what I mean? So and that's when you realize how she really looks like.
I got you. Okay.
And then as a man, if you okay with it, you continue.
Yeah.
If you're not okay with it, you text her in the morning. Listen, man, I ain't feeling you no more. It was nice knowing you. I wish you well. And that's it.
Ouch.
You know what I mean?
Because I hear you.
Everybody has what makes them like you.
Okay.
They might not tell you what it is, but everybody has what makes them like you. That's why it's always good to be transparent and honest.
Okay.
So that person will like you for that.
Okay.
That thing, and it always be that thing.
Okay. Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because you said a lot there, right? So you said that a woman should be honest with a guy about if she's had any enhancements done to her body. Because then, it'll give him the opportunity to determine if he wants to continue things with her or, whatever the case may be. Same thing with, guys that get enhancements done to their body. All right, so let's just kind of role play here a little bit. So you meet a young lady and, men are visual. So you see her and just the way how she looks, her body shape, all the things you like physically on a woman she has, right? And you approach her, you guys are talking, you exchange information, you're getting to know her, you're hanging out with her, whatever. So let's say that she's had some work done, right? When would you want to know or want for her to tell you, like, oh, by the way, I had a BBL, or by the way, I have breast implants, or I get like Botox, or I have like lip fillers, or whatever. Like, at what point during like the courting or you dating or hanging out with her do you want to know that information?
Like probably like before we go into intimate level.
Okay.
If she wants to.
Okay.
But the most time that I really, really need her to tell me is after the intimacy, and I want to see her more.
Okay.
I need that truth.
You need the truth from her then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need her to tell me that.
Yeah.
Like, listen, before we continue this, I like you, you like me.
Yeah.
We're feeling each other, but I gotta tell you this before we go ahead.
Yeah.
Because and then she tells you.
Yeah.
And then you can decide if you want to go ahead or not.
So even if it's just someone that you are not necessarily wanting to maybe
have a relationship?
Yeah, like if it's just like someone that you're just doing something casual with, like what's your thoughts about that?
Casual, I mean, you don't have to tell me because it's casual.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
Do you still feel like she would have lied to you? Like, so say like you don't want anything like serious with her, you just want something casual, and like she has not disclosed to you that she's had work done to her body, but then like you find out later on down the road, like what would be your reaction to that?
I wouldn't care.
Okay.
As far as not a transgender level.
No.
If it's BBL,
yeah.
Breast implant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That to me is just fun as a man.
Okay. Yeah.
But if I want to go serious, right?
Sure.
I want to know.
You want to know that kind of stuff.
Because when the tin pops, I'm the one that's gonna bear the pain. Because I gotta carry you to the hospital. Yeah. I gotta find a doctor. I gotta Google. I gotta stress myself out. Lord. Just to make sure you're good.
Okay.
Because once you marry a man, you guys are one. So if you got a headache, I got a headache. If you're in pain, I'm in pain.
Okay.
So I got to know what I'm putting myself into.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's just the difference in that.
Interesting.
But if it's just for fun, I don't care. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just having fun, right?
Yeah. Interesting.
So
Okay.
that's
Okay. Well, so I have a couple of thoughts when I think about like specifically women, because that tends to be, women always are blamed for everything that's bad in this world. So let's talk about it, right? So there've been some conversations with people thinking that women get enhancements done to their body to appease men.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They do the things, they want to get the hourglass shape, they want to get the big butt, they want to get the nice, boobs, that's, whatever, for men.
Mm-hmm.
And do I feel that there may be some women that do make those enhancements because they want to get the gaze of the man? Yeah, I think, women that are in certain industries, so like if they're in adult entertainment, let's just call it adult entertainment. I don't want to go specifically into those categories, but a lot of times you may see those women, they look like they've had a lot of work done, because they want to look a certain way on camera. They want to kind of fit into this fantasy of, what people may view or think beauty is and what a woman should look like. Um, I'm of the mindset that there are a group of women who do get these enhancements, not for the gaze of the man, but to help them feel better about themselves. So if they've been a young lady growing up that they've never had like a big butt and the hips and they feel really insecure about their body, there are some women that go to the extreme of getting all those enhancements done to help them feel better about themselves. So I don't necessarily look at that as them scamming. Another thing I've heard too, you mentioned about wigs and stuff like that. Like right now, let me tell you, back in the day when a woman would wear a wig, like it was for some shameful. Like they were really shameful to wear wigs. They didn't want to get called out or someone clocked the fact that they're wearing a wig. Now, like everybody's wearing wigs. Like even the people that you don't think need to wear wigs are wearing wigs. You know what I'm saying? So do we consider that to be a scam as well? The fact that she's wearing wigs or extensions or have, added to her hair, and then makeup too. That's another big one. Guys talk about like, women wearing all this makeup and then like they don't look at all like what they look like in their pictures. If you see them in person all dolled up, like, do you consider that to be a scam as well?
Like when you do stuff for yourself, that's fine. But if you're going to be with somebody in a serious relationship, it's not more about you. It's about you and that person. You and that person are one.
Okay.
And when you and somebody are one, right? You gotta tell each other everything.
Okay.
And if you don't tell him, that's a scam. Because you let him come in without telling him the truth of what's there.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, for example, right? You dating a guy, right? And the guy is owing $1 million, right? And he don't tell you that he's in debt and that debt is in his neck.
Okay.
And then you guys get married and put everything into you guys' name.
Yeah.
So whatever he owes, he owe. Whatever you owe, he owe. And then later on, Mary tells you I'm owing $1 million and they're coming after us. You gonna be happy? No.
No, I wouldn't be happy.
So it's just the same way, because when he had that loan, he didn't care where I got the loan. It's me.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But when he's involving another person into his life permanently, you have to tell that person what I did.
Yeah.
I did it for myself, but you are now coming to my life.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be one.
Yeah.
I want you to know.
Okay.
And that's you giving him the benefit of the doubt in doing that. You know what I mean? So for a woman, most women do that because of they do for the guy or for acceptance in society. Because there's a reason why a woman wake up and a woman will want to do that.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
And the reason is deep. You have some people that are black and they want to marry a white lady to have a biracial kid. It's deep. There's a reason why they want to do that.
Yeah.
They've been neglected all their life and they want to feel accepted.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do it for themselves, but deeply they do need to be accepted by the other group of people.
Yeah.
Then you have females that say, I'm not doing this BBL for the guy, I'm doing it for myself. But there's a reason why you decided that the way God created you, you didn't like it and you want to change.
Sure.
So when you talk to them deep, you find out that maybe in their high school that they felt neglected because the other girls that had bigger curves was more accepted by the guys and everybody. And they feel neglected, and then now they have money. They want to feel that acceptance. And they do it. It makes them happy. But at the end of the day, people say, "Oh, you look nice." That it makes you more happy. You know what I mean? So sometimes we don't tell each other, we don't tell ourselves the truth. We just like to lie just to be accepted.
Interesting.
So when you go in a relationship with somebody and you don't tell them the whole package, it's a scam.
Okay.
And it's an intent. Why I say that is because you are leading somebody into your life without telling that person the truth.
Okay.
And you like that person, but you don't want to tell them what's going on.
Interesting.
And you don't know why that person is coming to your life. Because that person might like you because of what he sees. And he wants to keep that to himself. And then he finds out it's not real, and then he has to spend money to maintain it. And he's like, nah, this is not what I bargained for. And he leaves. You know what I mean? So, and it's the same way, it's like somebody having a prosthetic leg.
It's a scam if someone doesn't tell them that
if
they
you
have
have a prosthetic leg,
it's a scam?
Yeah.
It's a scam.
If you don't tell a guy that
How is it a scam?
If you don't tell a guy that you're going to marry, that your leg is prosthetic.
Okay.
That is not real.
Okay.
You're leading him into something blinded. That when he gets married to you, and one day maybe you guys are doing something and the leg falls out.
Okay.
If he leaves you, don't be upset.
Jesus.
Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's more of like being front to somebody, because if you want to marry somebody, right? I'm talking about like what I'm talking about is like deep, like you guys go into a relationship. You don't have to tell him at the beginning of the courting, right?
Okay.
You don't have to tell him nothing.
Yeah.
You guys can just have fun.
Okay.
But if you guys get to a level where you guys want to marry each other and the relationship is serious, you guys have to tell each other everything.
Okay.
The same way I've seen some ladies, they date a guy, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy never told them that I have kids. You know what I mean? And then she gets married to him, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you when we was dating that I had like 3 kids, and I want us to work at work, and you don't like kids." Like, hell no, this is not what I signed up for. I don't want no kids in this house.
Oh,
and then he's like, if you can accept my kids, this ain't gonna work. Okay. They're like, that's fine. Sign the divorce paper. Boom, 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 and you out.
That's unfortunate.
So people have their breaking point, and accepting point.
Yeah.
That's why it's good if you go into a serious relationship. You guys have to tell each other everything.
Okay.